can't see over the past 6 hours showing up here with some rain showers and some snow showing up on the radar. This all linked up with the system, but obviously a cold system. The speckled cloud cover is a good sign of cold air. In fact, we're talking about a chance of rain and snow in Seattle as cold air moves in. Now for California, pretty quiet weather pattern as you can see here. Temperatures actually cooled off a little bit today. And then in Arizona, some showers developing as you can see. Started the past few hours, moving into Tucson and out in the Phoenix area. This was the scene in Phoenix today, high of 81 degrees earlier today with kind of those clouds building up. In Los Angeles, looking out toward the Pacific, lots of clear sky, temperatures in the 70s. Southern California really heating up later in the week. We'll see that coming up in a little bit. And in San Francisco, some patchy fog this morning, not as warm as yesterday, but still in the mid-60s. And of course, showing you those rain clouds in Seattle today, 0.03 with a high of 47 degrees. Right now, it's 78 degrees in Phoenix, Reno in the upper 60s, and some 40s to report up in Portland and in Seattle. That's the cold part of the weather pattern. Here's the overall weather story for tomorrow. The chance of some rain and snow up in the Pacific Northwest. San Francisco has some fog, clear skies for Los Angeles, also out toward Phoenix, and more sunshine out in the Denver area. Here's the forecast model, the Fox weather model. We did put it in motion here. You see all that moisture approaching Washington and Oregon throughout the day on your Tuesday. And just a few high clouds moving into Northern California. And then keep an eye. This is a potent system that's going to set up as we do move into Wednesday as the rainfall does pick up. So obviously that pattern set up. The bulk of the significant rainfall, keep in mind, could be some snow, is focused up toward Portland and Seattle. This is the forecast right through Friday. Showing you this over the next 3 days here. We'll keep things cold and very unsettled up in Seattle. San Francisco, a little bit of a warm up for Wednesday and Thursday. Look at Los Angeles, close to 70 tomorrow, and then approaching the 90s later in the week. And then Phoenix, those temperatures heating up as well, kind of mimicking that forecast of 70s, 80s, and some 90s. So out, it's a very interesting pattern setting up. Some areas of the West Coast will have a blizzard warning. Some areas we're talking about some 80s and 90s, all within the same both ends of the weather spectrum happening for us right now. Okay, Mark, thank you. Nonprofit in Missoula, Montana is trying to get the word out about so-called working cats. The group Animals works to get feral cats off the streets by pairing them with farmers and ranchers who have erosion control problems. The cats keep the mice population down, and they are looked after by the rangers.
If we can get them in, even if they can't be adopted into a home as a working cat, they provide a service to the person who adopts them for a ranch or a farm or a barn or whatever, and they're healthy, and they can live out their lives well. So it's kind of a win-win for everybody.
Many working cats are not socialized, though, to humans, and they typically live outside or in barns. All the cats taken in by Animals are fixed and given medical care before they're adopted out. A small Central California town